to be telling you about the things you need to do before or while you are in Dubai, before coming to Dubai or while you are in Dubai. Now, the first thing on the list is this. I want to tell you guys, while you're back home, if you are educated to the level of you have your secondary school leaving certificates, yes, you can attest it. By attesting it, I mean you can go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in your country and Ministry of Education, tell them you want to attest your results, you want to attest your certificates. They have a certain amount they actually bill for that. You can it's just for you to get just a couple of stampings, and then they check things out, stamp those certificates for you, and then that's it. So that is what I mean by attestation. Try to attest it because you might need it for a job here. Yes, you might need it for a job here, depending on the kind of jobs you actually coming for. It is not a must. It's not a must that you must attest. It's not a must that you must need this certificate for your job, but it is necessary that you do so. If you have the certificate, you can. But if you cannot do it, you can do it here as well, but it will cost you more. It will cost you more. It can cost you definitely 3 to 4 times what you would have used to do it back home. So it is better for you to attest your certificates over there. If you have your university certificates, attest them as well. If you have masters or doctorates, attest them back home. It is better that way than to come in here without them. When you come in, you want to attest them here. It's going to cost you a whole lot of money, and it's going to take you time, because you might get a job that it is needed for you, and then you end up losing the job without because of the non-attesting of your certificate. The next is this. I want to talk about African. Okay, I have talked about the African food, but I'm going to talk about it again. African food, the food you bring more of food. Forget about the clothes and the shoes and whatnot. Focus on the food you want to bring. The food should be the main thing that you should carry. After that, then you think of your clothes and maybe your creams and perfumes and stuff like that. Food. You need to bring your own native food, because yes, they are over here, you can see them here, but you can pay 3 times, 4 times, or 5 times more the amount you would have bought it back home. You can get your egusi, dry it down. You can get your flour yam, grinded one, you know what I mean, the poundo yam. You can get ogbono, that's for cooking the draw soup. You can get the dry leaves, bitter leaves, or whichever leaves you're okay with. You can get them dried and bring it over. You can get dried meats, you can get dried fishes, dried meats, and by that I don't mean pork. Don't bring pork here. It is forbidden. You don't get to bring pork here. It's against the law. Actually, it's against the religion, so it's not allowed. So you can bring all those things. Bring your Maggi cubes, your red oil. You have to package it in a way that you can put it inside. There is a way you put it, and if they're not okay with it, they will take it out away from your luggage. So it is better for you to tighten it very tight. You can use paper bags and tie them together. Then you put them inside. You can bury them within your clothes or inside the gari. And guys, you need gari. Yes, you need gari. That's the cassava flakes. You need them for yourself. You need to bring a whole lot of food. Yes, you should do that. You can go with the red oil. Forget about the groundnut oil. You can get the groundnut oil quite cheap enough here. What else? Just get other things, other food stuff. You can get grinded pepper. You can get your salt. Get your stuff, because when you're gonna be here for that first month, second month, you will need to take care of yourself, especially when you don't have a job yet. You understand? So guys, you need a whole packaging of food stuff. You can bring whatever you want. You can bring macaronis, your noodles, or whichever type of noodles you have. You can bring them. They have them here, but I believe it's cheaper back home. You can as well bring other things, other cooking ingredients and stuff like that. As far as they are non-perishable, you can bring onions, they are dried onions. You can get ginger. Those things wouldn't get to get spoiled. Guys, the next things on the things you should do is you need to come with cash. You need to come with money, and by that I mean money for yourself, for your rent, for your upkeep. That's daily upkeep. That is before you start earning for your salary, for your transportation to interviews or places you might need to go. And possibly, if you're gonna be paying money, if you're gonna be needing the services of agents or whoever is going to, a consultancy companies that can help you in getting jobs, you should come with such money. You should come with money for their services. Sometimes they charge for that. So how are you going to do this money? the money you need to come with, guys, you don't need to come with your own money, and it is better for you to look for a place in your country where you can change this money. First of all, it's always better to change it. If you can get the currency for the country you're coming to, you can do that. You can do that if you can get, but if you cannot get it, in the case of our United Arab Emirates, you get the dirham. Dirham is spelled D-I-R-H-A-M. So dirham, you can get it from whichever country you are if it is available, but it's always advisable. What I do is, when I did mine, what I did was I changed into dollar from my currency, my country's currency, to dollars. So I got dollars before coming to this place back in my country. Then when I came here, when I came in at the airport, I got to a place where I changed my dollar to the currency here. You understand? Even if you don't change it in the airports over there, you can as well, when you come in here, you can change it. It is dollar. Dollar is acceptable anywhere. You can change it in any of the exchanges or their kind of banks here. Any banks here. Now guys, what next I want you to know is this. It is better you do your CVs, but before you do your CVs, make sure you check out the kind of CVs they use down here. Over here they use CVs that has photo, a CV that has your passport photo size on it. It is normally advised that the passport photo be at the right side, top right side of the CV. And it's always better if you don't have an experience that is more than 5 years, from 5 years below, while for work, it's better you make just a one-page CV. Now, what am I saying? Why am I saying this? It will cost you a lot more, and it will take you time when you come here, for you to come here and start making CVs. It will cost you more money. So it is cheaper and better for you to do it back there in your country. You get you need a white background. For this country, you need a white background photo passport. So you can do it back home there. It will be very cheaper for you. And if you don't do it and you come here, you're going to spend a whole lot. Like, you can spend 3, 4 times or 5 times what you would have spent back home in getting them. So you can get a whole lot of passport copies, because you're going to be needing them for a whole lot of things. Your documentations for your ID card. I mean, let's say you get a job immediately, your documentations and stuff like that, and they're going to be needing your passport photos. So it is better for you to print any documents you want to print or photocopy. Print it back home, because it's going to cost a whole lot here. Make your CVs back home, make your photo passports back home. So that's it on the documents, guys. Next on the agenda is this: the phone, the kind of mobile phone you need to come with. You need to come with a browsing phone. It is necessary. It is necessary. It is not a prerequisite, not a must, but it is necessary. Why do I say it's necessary? Most times we come into this place and then we get to start going around looking for jobs under the sun, under the rain. Guys, you can stay at home and then you get the job you want. With that said, I have a video in my list that tells you how to get a job, where to get a job, the websites you can easily get jobs while sitting at home. You understand? You can even browse the websites from back home. You apply for jobs as far as you know the kind of CVs to submit and you know the type. So you can do that, and then make sure you are able to be ready in case you're called for an interview. So you need a browsing phone. That way you can always, if you have a laptop, even better. You just need the phone for internet's sake, so that you can get to apply for jobs online and get to see get to be able to get jobs on time. Now guys, with all this being said, I'm going to lay the last not the least though, you have to prepare your mind. Guys, you need to prepare your mind that if what you're coming for does not work, you can make do with another which is available, at least for your survival, for your survival. Now, what am I saying? I came to this country with my certificates and stuff. I had quite a number of certificates here, but I had to push all aside. I did a labor job for a decorations company, and then I did it for almost a year. I think it was about 8 months before I switched to my current job. And what am I saying? You can't afford to be here without making money. Why? Because nobody's got your back the way maybe you think. If you got a brother, cool, but that your brother could be exhausted if you keep up the act of not picking up a job or something just because you're not getting the one you want. There are so many people here, when they come over, they actually have in mind, okay, I want to go for this, I want to go for teaching, I want to go for an office job, I want to go for an attendant, and sometimes it don't used to work the way you think. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sit back and keep waiting and waiting while time runs out and you don't even have any fund to take care of yourself? If you're depending on someone, the person, and to an extent, will get they will get they get filled with your issues, and then maybe, so just maybe. So what you need is do with what you have first, sit on it, and get to look for the one you actually want. You understand? One last advice, guys. This is a bonus for the people who stayed at the end, to the end of this video. Now, the advice is this: never leave a job if you don't have another job in the waiting, or never leave a job if you don't have enough cash with you, enough money with you to get to either renew your visa or to hold you till you get another job. My advice is, while you are on a job, find a way. If you want to move on to another job, find a way, get another job while you are on a particular job and on a particular visa. The reason is this: the visas your company made for you can be taken immediately you leave the job and you have just 1 month. And if you should not get a job within this 1 month, the visa expires and you can get into some fines, popularly known as overstay. And you don't want to be in that, guys. You don't want to be in that. I don't advise anybody. One more advice is this: if you make money enough to get to make your own papers or your own ID, your own identification card, it is better you do that. Do such, and make sure you come up with the materials. Other things, make sure you are giving other materials ranging from the labor card, the NOC, that's the no objection certificate. Make sure you get all those labor cards, all those. There are about 6 things you need to get. Make sure you are giving that, and then you can easily go for a job, and the job will pay you fine. Guys, thank you, but I'm going to advise you, get down there, subscribe, like this video, and please share to your friends. Share the video to your friends so that whenever I actually post a video, so many people are going to be informed. Turn on the notification so you know whichever time I post a video. Guys, thank you for staying. Please have a good time.